Welcome to the breakthrough. It looks a little bit different because I've got Dominic and not Latifa. And Latifa is here somewhere. But today we are sitting down with her hubby and I'm talking to Dominic about all kinds of things. Dominic, would you like to introduce yourself?
Where am I supposed to look?
Wherever you want to look. Over there.
Are we just supposed to keep focus on you?
Not at all. Camera over there. But
well,
no.
I don't know. I'm just Dominic. So that's my introduction.
Yes.
Latifa's husband.
There you go.
It.
Well, yeah, thanks for coming on, Dom. So we're going to sit down and we're going to have a little chat about relationships, marriage, how you and Lou got together. And I wanted to sit down to do this with you because obviously I've known you guys for a long time, for 20 years. And obviously I knew Lou before she knew you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to sit down to kind of unpack how you guys have managed to last this long, being a young couple. Yes, you are in your 40s, both of you, but you met when you were in your 20s. So I'm looking forward to unpacking. So I'm going to be I've got a few questions, more than a few questions, in fact, for you. So I'm going to start off by asking, tell me something no one knows about you, not even Lou.
What? Anything?
Anything. It doesn't have to be something. It's just anything.
She has to like me after, so. She might know this stuff. Basically, I think about really crazy things when I'm doing normal things.
So you've got a bit of a weird mind.
Yeah, so like I'll be driving and saying, oh, wonder what that feels like if you were to crash and flip a few times. Those are like weird things.
Honesty.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
But I think I might have told about stuff like that before. But that I think about worst case scenarios.
But you know what? I'd imagine you're not the only one.
Mm.
I think of weird shit and you like, you have to literally like, hold a minute, what am I thinking? Why am I thinking that? So, okay, so you'll think about weird stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anything else, boy.
That's fair enough. That's okay. That's fine. It doesn't have to be anything deep. So tell me about your childhood and family. A little bit about it. How many siblings do you have? Where did you grow up? Where were you born? Tell me a little bit about that.
So, I do not have a great memory for childhood, as in a sense like memory.
Yeah.
But my background is obviously I've got a half brother, step brother, sister, older sister. Grew up I think in Norbury.
Okay.
Was born in Mayday Hospital somewhere in Croydon area or something like that.
There's an accent. Obviously, some people would be like, but why do you have an accent?
So parents got divorced and I was shipped off to Trinidad for the education. And I think I was at 4 or 5, something like that. And then I was there. That's basically all I knew.
So that's you, mum and your sister went?
Yeah, my mum came later, went by the grandparents first.
Oh, okay. Cool. So when you said education, was that because you would say education was better in Trinidad than it was over here?
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely think it is true.
I was just going to say you experienced it. So obviously, you've lived in the UK, seen the education system as well. So you would say it was better over there. Cool.
Yeah.
And you were there how long? From 4 until what age?
Till 21. I fully came over.
Oh.
Yeah, 21. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
2006. So 21.
From 4 till 21?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just came over for like holidays.
I was just going to say you did holidays. You know what, Dom? I of course have known you for a long time as well, but it's like I actually didn't realise that. I didn't realise that you were there you pretty much grew up in Trinidad. So the accent makes sense.
Yeah.
But you're British Trini.
Yeah.
And a bit of what, Jamaican in you, isn't it?
Half Trini, half Jamaican.
Okay.
Dad's side Jamaican, mum's side Trini.
Okay, cool. So who would you say was your biggest influence on you? No, let me put my glasses on. That would help, isn't it? You know what I mean? Reading the question, I'm looking at something else and it's like, put my goggles on. Who would you say was your biggest influence on who you are today growing up?
Probably my mum.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably it. And then,
What was her
probably my
influence
mum,
on
and
you?
then the people she had around me.
Okay.
So like Fat Boy, Uncle Wayne,
Cool.
Kim.
Yeah.
That's basically the male figure I had, like consistent male figure throughout my life.
And what is you get a lot of young men who don't have a role model, male figures, whether you're black, white, whatever, but what is it that you cherish the most about having those people around you in your life? What is the biggest impact you feel you gained from having those people around?
Well, my mum, just how to treat women, how life is. And Fat Boy, he was a good example of a man. He wasn't perfect, but...
Of course, who's perfect,
yeah,
right?
he did his stupidness, but he looked after everything he had to do.
Yep.
Responsible.
Yep.
Yeah, he just cared about a lot of people. I think
Fat
he was really...
Boy's in Trinidad?
Yeah, but he's dead now. So.
Oh, okay. Yes, of course. Yeah. I remember this. Yes. How long ago was that you passed away?
I think it's like 2 years now, something like that.
That would have been obviously...
Time flies, but I think it's like 2 years.
2 years, yeah. So you had good people around you. So you definitely would say it is important to have a male figure in your life of some sort, even if it's not your dad.
Yeah, I mean, my dad...
And that's not to say your dad wasn't around.
Yeah, well, he wasn't around, but he wasn't necessarily not around in the sense that he still existed.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I didn't know who he was and stuff like that, but... He was in
countries.
the UK, I was in Trinidad.
Different countries.
Come for holidays.
Yeah.
Obviously, later on in life, you kind of realize life is life. Not making excuses, but it wasn't like I had conversations about things when you're growing up like a man with my dad.
Yeah.
I'd have it with Fat Boy.
Yeah, fair enough. I hear that. But obviously, growing up with my mum living in Zambia, having a parent who lives abroad, I totally can relate with that. So, but the good thing for you is you got your dad around now, so which is wonderful. Absolutely. Well, that's cool. That's great. Next question. How did you meet Latifah? How did you meet the missus?
House of Fraser.
Yeah, I remember that. But tell the people, Dominic, tell them.
So, from what I can remember, she might have a different memory of it, but basically I worked at House of Fraser, homewares department, used to roam around about, and I saw her. I think she was like a supervisor or manager in one of the what do you call them?
Concessions?
Yeah, them concessions. I think it was William Mason at that time.
Okay, yes.
Something like that.
Yep, because I worked there too.
Yeah.
Nails Inc.
See? But I don't think I remember you at that point.
No.
Because you were on like a completely different floor. The ground floor, one of them, right?
Yeah.
And then I just saw her, liked what I saw, and I said, let me get to know her.
I know what you mean, because I liked what I saw too. And that's exactly how it started for me too. My love affair with your wife started by me complimenting her. Isn't that correct? Yes, exactly that. So that we've got something in common. No, go on. Sorry. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so that's basically where it's at. I mean...
What, you approached her? Who approached, obviously?
I would have approached her, like, a number of times. I don't think she was necessarily like... Again, I'm fresh, right? So...
Of course, because you've just come landing from Trinity, right?
Don't necessarily know anybody, so I'm just trying to be friendly with everyone.
Oh, yeah.
But, so...
I've got a vivid memory.
Kept on flirting.
Yeah.
She wasn't really giving it much attention as I wanted. I got involved with like customers and just being me.
Yeah.
Getting them to say, oh, you should ask her if she wants to go out with me, stuff like that.
Okay.
Inviting her into stockroom, even though we don't work in the same company.
You invited her to the stockroom?
Yeah, to help me get stuff and all that kind of stupidness. Again, it's not on the first day, right? So it's like come in the stockroom with me.
It's over a period of time. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Interesting. Do you know what? Again, this is quite interesting for me because the only memory I have is Lou and I, obviously after I complimented her on her wonderful looks and her outfit, we became friends and we were having lunch and I distinctively remember her saying, look at him, he thinks he's so nice, isn't it? Look at him, he thinks he's so nice, you know what I mean? And with his curly hair, and you had your curly hair. And that's my memory of you. And then the next thing I knew, you were dating. Yeah. So it's quite interesting to hear you saying you were taking her to the stockroom.
Yeah.
Dominic.
Yeah, because I think I started like in March or something. When did I start?
Gosh, that
I
is
don't
what,
even know.
2000 and what?
2006.
Six, yeah.
I don't start March.
Gosh, that is a long
I
time,
might have started in July,
Okay.
somewhere around that.
And you'd been in the
So
country.
that actually means it was less than 2 months of chasing her before I got a date. Yeah.
Well, do you know what? You
Something
were
like
persistent.
That. Am I correct in saying that? Probably.
Yeah, you were persistent. You were definitely persistent. As I said, next thing I saw you were together, and I just thought, this is sweet.
Yeah, because I came in March. It took me a few months to get the job. I had to get an interview from a friend that worked in HR.
Okay.
Because all the jobs I went for, no UK experience.
Of course.
So,
yeah, being from abroad and all of that. Fairs, well, that's interesting. What were your initial thoughts on her? Well, you kind of said it, I guess, but I want, maybe you can elaborate a little bit more.
Eyes and a smile, but also she was quite tall and shapely.
Mm-hmm.
It's just because I'm fresh as well. The way she dressed and carried herself was different to what I'm accustomed to.
Oh, yeah.
So, like,
what were the girls in
they're just the
Trinidad
way
like?
I dressed, and like it's just different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Over here, it's like, I think the way she used to dress it, almost like going out to dinner. That would be like a dinner outfit or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was that kind of stuff. It was just different. I was like, who's that?
Oh. Who's that girl? Na 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 na. Lose that girl. Excuse me, but yeah, go on.
Yes, it's just, I think, like, just coming from abroad, growing up abroad, most importantly, it was just something that
different.
Yeah, and then just the smile and the eyes like dragged me in. That's probably the thing that stood out the most. And then she had this haircut. I was like, that's her, but it's still nice. It's like
the bob. She had the bob and of course. I thought it was really nice.
Yeah,
absolutely thought it was really nice. So tell me about the journey to dating. Like,
I think it happened quite quickly. From talking, from when it was she actually gave me a chance.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we went to the movies and I got lost a little bit with directions.
So you were, meeting each other. And where was this? Where were you meeting?
I think, I don't want to lie, but it's probably, I think, somewhere in Trafalgar Square or something, cinema or something like that.
Yeah.
But I think I got lost or dinner. I can't really remember 100%.
So you were late?
No, because I was on the phone with her asking for directions, but I went the opposite direction of where she said I should have gone.
How were you feeling? Were you excited?
Yeah, I was excited.
Yeah,
excited.
You look excited now.
And then
that's what I think is
reliving
so beautiful.
it a bit. And then like she used to drive. MR2 or something like that. So it's all funky. All of these things are like things that are different from Trinidad. You know what I mean? And then plus I was like 21. So everything outside of like, seeing the tourist attractions and stuff like was new to me.
Yeah.
I just went Oxford Circus to go to work, back home,
And where did you live? Where did you live?
Uxbridge. Yeah.
Right. So it was a bit of a commute.
So and everything at that point was new.
Yeah. 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 And the commute was, Lou was where? Where did she live?
She lived Dagenham. Yeah, Dagenham.
Yeah, so the commute, you made it work.
I didn't really have to commute that much because we were seeing her all the time. We'd go together, in the car, whatever.
Oh yes, of course. And she drives, yes. So yeah.
And then I latched onto her quickly. So it's almost like my dad wouldn't see me at home anymore.
Oh, okay. So, fair enough. Yes. I remember us going to, and I think she had the Citroen, the green one. Did we go
the black
south?
One,
Did we go salsa? We went.
That's much later on, though.
Oh, see, gosh, much later. It's
been a long time.
It has been. What were there, if any, any cultural differences between you two? Well, again,
One of the things that she mentioned is just that the way I thought or the way I did things was different to English boys. But I didn't know enough about the culture to really know.
Give me an example of like maybe one thing.
Just how I treat women, think of women, that kind of stuff. Some of it is in a good way, some of it's in a bad way. But I think I came across as a gentleman.
Yeah.
And I think that might have been a little bit different to the way the English boys or we're getting on. The culture is very different.
Yeah.
I didn't like the music. I didn't like the atmosphere.
What was the music that week was then at the time? Was it jungle?
All of that
garage,
kind of stuff.
All that kind of stuff. A bit of a oots vibes.
But even the rap, because I was like, I don't understand what they're saying.
Well, what the British rap?
Mm-hmm.
So was it more grimy days?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, but you like it now, though, innit?
Yeah, you kind of acclimatized.
Yeah.
Because even her accent was a bit weird to me, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's true. But then your accent would have been weird to her.
I think most people love her.
Do you know what? That's the thing. People love an accent. So that's, it's true. Whereas for you, it's just like...
I had to concentrate on what she was saying.
And because she speaks fast too.
Yes. When she's excited, she speaks fast.
Yes, I can relate. I can completely relate, mate. I can completely relate. That's interesting. So, yeah, you were more of a gentleman. Yeah.
I think that's, again, how it comes across.
Yeah.
Because, again, I grew up a woman, so that's all I know.
Yeah.
So that was kind of my approach to it. But again, I didn't have like experience of what like relationships are. Like you just kind of at that age, and what my experience was, you just look at TV and stuff and you gauge everything and that kind of, that's look what it should be.
Yeah.
Opening a door. I didn't really have anyone say you should open a door for women. It just
what you just saw that, or you just because you just saw it on TV.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
So I don't think my mum and I ever had like those kind of talks.
Yeah,
it's just
I guess it just comes natural in a way. Exactly. Yeah.
So that's what you're supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, that's really interesting for real, but because you don't even think about that you see and you subconsciously pick up. Oh, actually, he did this and the woman liked it. So, you know what? I'm going to try it and see if it works, right? So, yeah, I get that. And that's interesting. Food, was there like, obviously, did you have food? Did you find the food was a bit different?
Had McDonald's, all that kind of stuff. Food, Chinese food. That was, I think, one of our first meals together.
Yeah.
They had a local shop close to her.
So that would be the thing.
Yeah. But food is very different.
That's
very
what
different,
I mean.
but
like coming from Trinidad and the food over here, like, you know, cultural differences also. But even like, I guess back, would you ever had traditional Nigerian food? Did you ever taste it at that point? No, fair enough.
And that came maybe a few years into everything where we actually had those kind of things.
Yeah.
A lot of the time it was like takeaway or
going out to
my
dinners.
attempts at cooking at that point. In between arguing about who should cook and all of that.
Who should cook? Could you cook though, Dom?
I thought I could. I can now. But I thought
you can. You throw down. Yeah. Definitely. I would definitely vouch for that. You guys.
There's some questionable method of my spaghetti back in the day. We were actually talking about the other day, but
is it? How did you do it?
I boiled it first.
Boiled what?
The meat. I boiled it.
What? I'm sorry.
It looked fine at the end, but it was just prepared differently.
Wait, you boiled it and then did what?
You boiled it and then you add stuff to it. So you
didn't fry it?
No.
You didn't brown it?
No.
Oh my days.
Boiled in a little bit of water, it turns grey and all that kind of stuff.
Dom said it turns grey.
You're making it sound bad, but...
Yeah, but it does, and surely, and the thing is...
But if you didn't see it prepared like that, it looked red at the end because of the sauce and everything.
Dominic said it looked red at the end because of the sauce. So wait... I can't get over it. But did you season it, right?
Yeah, you threw it into the mix.
The smell of minced meat boiled is just not the one. Dom. Okay, let's move it on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do it anymore.
No, man, of course. That's what we're talking about. It's back in the day. But now you throw it down. Now you're a chef, mate. Chef
Manardi, as I used to say.
Absolutely. Right. So the next you have had... So you had your first child 4 years into your relationship, but were you both in your... God, Clara Lunga, put your glasses on. I'm thinking I could try it, but I'm like, you know what, girl? You had your first child 4 years into your relationship, but you were both in your early 20s. How do you feel in that moment of finding out you'd be a father?
I don't think I was ready.
Yeah, mate, I hear that. I hear that. Were you like, shit?
I don't remember it
Panic.
very well, but I probably didn't have the best kind of reaction to it.
So you were how old exactly? 20 what?
I think I was like 25, no? When was Nala born?
Yeah.
Do
you want
she's April 2010. So I was 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's interesting. I mean, I hear it. I guess when is the right time? At 21, I had my first at 21, as you know. And yes, it's different. I'm the woman, but still, like, I was then.
But I was also trying to do like, so I did access course, then I went into uni. So I was doing everything late.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, so you had that.
I felt like everything wasn't to the right time. But, you know, it's good that it happened.
Yeah. Yeah. How long did you, I guess, how long were you in shock for? If that can
the
be
whole time. The whole time.
But throughout the whole pregnancy?
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Well, yeah, I guess you've accepted it.
You just accept it, but you don't know what you're supposed to do.
No,
keep in mind.
No, you don't. You're absolutely right. You don't. Yeah, you really don't.
But also keep in mind, the unique thing about me growing up, I wasn't around anything like that. Little kids or anything like that, other than my aunt's nursery in Trinidad. So I didn't have a clue of what it takes to raise a child. Yeah,
there was no babies around. You weren't around babies. You didn't, it wasn't cousins got a little one, nothing like that. No. So it was all very new, shock to the system. But I think, well, it's not for me to say. Well, it is for me to say. I think you're great. You're a great dad.
No, yeah.
Yeah. No, do you know what? You learn even then. You weren't bad. I didn't live in your household, but from outside.
Do what you can get away with.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't live in your household, but from the outside looking in, I think, yes, us women tend to take on the role of obviously caring. It's natural. But yes, you're going to be told. Your partner, I think, will say, I need you to do this. I need you to do that. And it's about being there. And, you were there. Just to be told what to do.
Yeah. It was a balance, because Lou's nature was to find out everything. So it's just about, we should do this. And I was like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess it didn't come across uninterested, but I was like, I ain't got nothing better to say, so let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
Then you can always say, well, I told you. But she was researching the stuff. And again, I even say to friends now, like, you need to do this, you need to do that.
Look at that.
It's not because I did the research.
Because the missus did. So,
and then it worked. So,
and that's what I was going to say. That's the thing. It's like the woman does the stuff. Like we said, we take charge, and then you just pretty much have to do what you're told, really, in the nicest possible way. No, that's good. What were the biggest challenges navigating being parents and within your relationship? Yes. Because I think children, some people say, kids can bring them closer together, or some people, it brings them apart. So it's quite interesting to hear
There's so much. The one excuse or reason I'd always have is like finances. You're never where you want to be, but necessarily, depending on your circumstances, you might not do what you need to do to get in the situation you need to be in. I think finances always puts a strain on any relationship.
Yeah.
But also with kids is time.
Yeah.
The fact that at a young age, you're losing, not to say it in a bad way or a literal way, but ownership of your partner.
Yeah.
Because fair. It's like, let's do this. It's like, no, we have to think about a kid now.
Yeah.
Or they might be tired. So you might have little selfish, stuff like that to argue about. And then you use it as excuses as well. I'm tired. So don't want to do that. So it swings both ways. But I think those are the things that put strain on it. But the key thing is communication. Key thing is, obviously, if you argue, to not try and argue too badly. Yeah. But, we've had bad arguments, but I think the love...
One of them, can I just say?
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, you've witnessed them, because it goes 0 to 100
so
quickly.
Much, but passion is what I call it. Yo, can I just say, disclaimer, I cried at one of their parties. All I could do was just stand there and say, guys. And Lou's like, what the fuck are you crying for?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Mm.
But that's, and that, you know what, I have to say it's testament. That's my point. I laugh about it, but it's testament to you guys, because through all of those moments, there's a lot of people to be like, I'm going, don't want to, do you know what I mean? They would have bounced.
Yeah,
But
I'm sure she was like that, and I probably would be like that. But I think the key thing for me, anyway, is that I love the woman. So,
and that's what I was just going to
you know
say.
what I mean?
What made you just ride all of that? You know what I mean?
That.
Just like, you know what? Yes, we've had a crazy argument, but you chose to stay.
That's it, the love.
Love that.
Other than that, because she's perfect, but right? But sometimes, you know, she knows how to perfectly argue. So you'd be perfectly understood to be pissed off, right? So, yeah, so you'd have situations where you just...
Yeah, just
you know what I mean? You can't necessarily win an argument. You want to win.
Yeah.
Especially in my nature, I want to win. And we clash in that way.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you kind of have to think about what you actually want. Yeah. And that's it. Like, everybody's going to argue. I think it's unhealthy if you don't argue.
Yeah. I hear
but it's
that.
just about remembering why you're together.
And that's beautiful, because even as you say love, whereas some people, they say love's not enough.
Yeah.
Whereas for you, and you guys, it's your love and your connection. I see, you're just, and it's not being biased because you're my friends, but you've just got a very unique relationship, a unique connection from the outside looking in, you know. And as I say, you're friends first and foremost, and I think that is beautiful. You're best friends, in fact. You know, you laugh together and you're silly together, and to watch that and to see you grow together has been beautiful.
That's the key thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Like you fight for one another. Yes, you might have had but you fight, but that's what's beautiful. It's like no matter what, we're like this, and not a lot of people are. A lot of people leave relationships. A lot of people have experienced it. You know, it's like it's deuces. Yeah, fair enough. I've not been married, but you were together a long time. Anyway, let me carry the questions. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what questions you're asking, but these are the.
I just, you know what? I get excited. I love love. All right, I love love, and it's beautiful to be around friends who I've seen grow together.
Yeah.
So
I think there's so many different elements. I like the idea of love as well. I love the feeling. I'm very, I think I'm emotionally mashed up in the sense that I can like watch a movie and cry, right? And then just feel like, oh, this is bad that I'm crying, right? But
it's not.
It's like, it's lovely, isn't it? It's nice to have these feelings. So I'm secure in myself, but at the same time, it's like, why are you crying?
You know what, Dominic? I commend you, because I don't think a lot of blokes would sit here and say that.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I mean, people will do it. Nobody's around.
Maybe more
it's not
so
like,
now, but still, you still got a bit more than hard. You know what I mean? It's like, well, I don't cry at movies.
It's not
but
like
you're
Lucy
owning it.
and me cry, but I'm like, it's kind of, and I like cheesy movies, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it's also like, especially like I say, how my mind works, I'm thinking about, this would be nice if we do this together. You know what I mean?
I hear that.
I'm well past that stage.
Yeah.
Though,
but that's it though. It keeps it. But then I think that's great, because it keeps your relationship fresh as well, though. Because essentially you are giddy. You're still giddy in your relationship. Do you know what I mean? And that's beautiful.
Like even the thing you mentioned, salsa, that was like a stage in our relationship where we did something with other couples, and like, I mean, I'm a brilliant dancer. She would tell you that.
Yeah, you're amazing.
So I'm doing the salsa and stuff like that. But again, I think these are the things in life.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, isn't it? Just about these little memories and stuff like that.
Yes.
And to do as many things, even outside of your comfort zone, you build memories.
So would you say salsa was out of your comfort zone, but it can't be because you're a great dancer? So
I mean, I had to show her how to.
I mean, you was
steps.
putting down some shakes, some shapes.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, you taught me a thing or two.
Yeah, see, my hips are good.
The hips don't lie.
Hips don't lie.
That was a good night, you know. Yeah. That was a really good night. Yeah, we had fun, man. Fun.
A lot of things have happened over the years, isn't it? Holidays together.
Guys, so much. I think our first holiday together was 2009. We went to Portugal. That was fun. Then we've done Spain, we've done Portugal again. Yeah, man, it's just, that's what it's all about. It's great, as I said, it's great to be a part of your journey and to see just how beautiful your family has evolved and grown. So research shows that co-parenting couples under 30 often face high rates of separation compared to older or married couples. Given that context, why do you think your relationship has endured and strengthened through your early parenthood?
Well,
You're a smart man.
I think one of the key things is she loves me.
Yeah.
Because obviously things have happened that, could have ended that. I think that's the key thing. And then also that I'm open or she's open as well to each other having their own space. I mean, I love to be up in her face, but
I know.
it's your own space to do your own thing. So you're still your own person. Obviously, the unique thing with us is the kids as well. So again, it's no longer a relationship with us. It's like a relationship with them as well.
Yep.
So life isn't necessarily, what are we going to do today? Let's go out. Like you have to plan around kids.
Yeah.
You have to raise kids.
Yep.
But I think the main thing is obviously wanting to be with the person and grow in a direction together.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily like the same things.
Yep. And I think that's healthy.
Yeah, but it's also, even though we don't necessarily like the same things, we may engage a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we have football. She wasn't really into the football. I wasn't so much into the football
so she's
as well.
Chelsea, you're Arsenal. How does that work in the household when you're playing? When you're okay, you don't watch this together.
And if it's a good result for me, I won't talk about it.
Okay.
And she does the same.
So there's rules and boundaries put in place.
Yeah, we didn't set the rules. We just do it so we don't wind each other up.
Yeah, but that's great because again, see, we're talking about the things you do to endure and not strengthen over the years, right? And that's the perfect example because you both love sport. You support two different teams. But without saying it, I'm not trying to piss you off and I don't want to get pissed off. So this is how we roll.
Yeah, because apparently when I support her team, because it might benefit me, they don't do well.
So you're not allowed to support.
Not even allowed to be like, oh, that was a good goal. No. Nothing.
Just don't say nothing. Just keep it stub. Yeah. I hear that still. I hear that. Yeah. But that's good though. Again, like we say, so it's very mature.
Yeah.
And you find...
It doesn't happen overnight though. It's just... Like I said.
Oh, God, no. But this is the whole point. And I think this is why this conversation is happening, is because this is not something that's happened overnight. This is, like we're saying, you've grown together. You've had to learn. You've changed. Both of you have changed at different stages. You're still going to change and you're going to continue to change and grow. But it's like you say, growing together, but also having the space to do my own thing. Yes, we've got kids, but we still... You fit in all these different things, different elements of your individual lives and your lives together as a couple and as a family with your kids. So, you sounds like y'all got it down to a T.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
Everything's not perfect, but I mean, it's teamwork at the end of the day.
But that's the point, Dom. Nothing, but it could be, maybe it's perfect for you guys. And that's the thing, right? What's not perfect for somebody else is perfect for you guys because it's working. And it's admirable and inspiring, as we say in here. The statistics say under 30s often, it's co-parenting. People don't last. 20, you guys, it's not a joke. 20 years.
Like I was saying to her the other day, kind of growing up together. So like if you just look at other people in 2021, what they're doing, they might have thought that they're adults, but I definitely wasn't a man at that point. I felt like I was a man, but when you look back at it, just like even, when she told me I was pregnant, all of those kind of different reactions, like if you could redo it, you'd redo it. But it's again, you live and you learn.
Yeah.
Obviously, everything's worked out.
Yep.
But if it didn't, that'd be things that you'd reflect on, if you're big enough to admit it anyway. But I think that at the end of the day, those are the things we actually grew up together.
Yeah.
I don't know how she feels about being an adult, but we grew up together. At that point, if we're together by the time we had Nala anyway, it would have been either one of our longest relationships with another person. Then we're living together. So it's all of these different elements. We're working or school.
Yeah.
Going through those struggles.
Yeah.
And then trying to entertain the other person as well to try and make sure we're doing everything right.
Yeah.
So every single element of adulthood was being tested.
Yeah.
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 And then at the end of the day, when you're young and you look outside, it's like there's a lot of things that you say, oh, I could do this, I could do that. I'm sure she was like, oh, he's in school, I should be this point in my life. And that's one of the things I always look at is like, am I where I want to be? No. So
I think a lot of us do that though, isn't it? Yeah. You kind of like, well, and I think life, we've got our own goals and plans. You want to be here at a certain point, but then there's also societal, but you should do it this way. By the time you're this age, you should have done that. And it's just like, well, actually, what works, we've all got different journeys and, you've explained it perfectly, I think. Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason, but you still, I think if things were different, things could have been different at the end as well. You know what I mean? So she's quite ambitious in everything that she does.
Yep.
If I were the same, we could have moved apart in certain ways. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
So it's always like a give or take.
Yeah, you're right.
If both people are doing the same thing, they might not go in the same direction.
Absolutely. Yeah. Interesting. That's a very good point. That's very true, Dom. So you're at the 10-year mark and you decide you're ready to get married. What was the turning point and how did you know you were ready?
I just knew you all were going to come up with something like this. I didn't think about how to answer it, but if I go back to what it was, I think everyone at that point was making comments, when you're going to get married and da-da-da-da-da-da. I've always said I wanted to get married when I was in a financial position to do it. Do you think about get a house, all of that kind of stuff. I was just, like I said, sometimes you just use excuses.
Yeah.
Valid excuses, but nothing that actually prevents the action.
Yep.
Until I saw how happy she was, and obviously the wedding and all that stuff, I didn't really appreciate it. But at that point, I was like, you know what? Not like I didn't want to be with her.
Yep.
So to me, marriage wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
So I didn't look at it like, I really didn't think of it that deep.
Right.
Because I was like, we're together for so long.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a big difference. Right? But like I said, after the fact, in hindsight, you say it does make a big difference.
But before we go on to after the fact, you thought that, but what made you, was it because everybody was saying when you're asking the question, when are you going to get married?
One of the major reasons. And then you just think it's like, well, what is stopping you?
Okay.
So then it's like, I might as well just, do it.
Yeah.
Because again, that is where I want to be at the end of the day.
There we go. And I guess that's...
If she says no, because we're not in a position to do it, then at least we have that conversation. No, but I didn't think that deep. I just thought in the sense that I want to at least get engaged, because you don't know how long an engagement takes.
No, but you've answered my question, and that's what I was saying. It's like through all of that, it's like, well, what was it then that made you decide to say, you know what?
It just made me think like there's nothing stopping me. Like I was just using excuses. So the biggest thing was you just spend the money to get a ring.
Yeah.
I think I asked her mum.
For
permission or something like that. Yeah, I just thought that was what you had to do.
Of course.
Got the ring.
Yeah,
I planned it.
I remember. I was one of those people you told.
And then that was kind of my thought process to it. It's like I didn't realistically think, oh, what's the wedding going to be like? I just said, well, we've been together long enough. I mean, I want to get married to her at some point, so I might as well get engaged.
Yeah. And then you were going to say, so then after the fact, you then...
And then after the fact, even like when friends and stuff like, oh, it's just a paper or whatever, you realize it is very different. I think it doesn't change much as in, to me, commitment-wise, because you can walk away from a marriage, just like you can walk away from a relationship. You can't walk away from kids.
Yeah.
But you can. Some people do.
Yeah, of course. People do. Absolutely.
Nothing's tying you to anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
only ties you have in this world, I think, are your parents and your kids.
Yeah.
And again, parents ain't guaranteed. Kids ain't even guaranteed. But that's your bloodline. It's a little bit different for me in that respect. But ultimately, the commitment's the same.
Yep.
But life is different. So when you're saying, that's my wife,
Yeah.
that's my husband.
Absolutely. It's not
or
my
your
boyfriend, my
names have
girlfriend.
changed,
Yes.
the kids' names have changed.
Yeah.
Well, obviously they had my name, but
of course.
just like little things that she said. I can't remember if it was before or after the engagement, but the fact that if you're going somewhere, they have different name to her. So these little things that you don't necessarily think about, put another spin on it.
Yeah, and it's true. Actually, you're right, because it is like you said though, it's where you wanted to be ultimately, right? It's what you saw. But when you actually did do it, it's just like actually it does make a huge difference. It's not just the paper.
Yeah.
So all those things. I mean, your wedding. How did you feel when you saw her, Dominic, on your wedding day?
Well, I did cry.
Yes.
I did cry.
Yes. Yes.
I didn't know how to. Again, it's one of those things you don't know how you're going to react until you're in that situation.
No, absolutely not.
I didn't think I was going to cry.
Yeah. And
I thought I could hold it together a little bit better. I couldn't.
Oh, bless you.
But yeah.
That's love.
But I didn't cry when I proposed to her. You know what I mean? So it's like different things. I think she might have cried. We got the kids to film it.
Do you know what? I think that makes more sense to me. For me, I was in my head as well. I'd be like, if I'm proposing, you said you didn't cry when you proposed, which I think totally makes sense because I expect the woman to go, oh my gosh, we do as we do. But on the wedding day, I've noticed a lot of men cry, but I get it. Here comes your beautiful bride done up to the T, and you're like, yo.
It's a big
weird.
It's weird.
I'm just, because again, I'm a fantasizer, right? I love love as well, but I see it and you see it and it's like, who wouldn't? It's emotional, it's beautiful to see. So her walking down the aisle to you looking and you're just like, shit, that's my wife, soon to be, So yeah, man, it's lovely to hear that from you, Dom. Very, very nice. But again, you do love your missus. I will give you that. No one can tell you anything. No one could ever. Nah.
Yeah, it's hard, like, because just the way I am emotionally, it's hard to predict when I'm gonna react. Like the other day, I give you an example. I felt really bad because she was hungry.
Oh, what? And you cried?
No, I didn't feel bad, but she looked like she was gonna cry. So, but it's little things like that. It's like, why am I feeling so bad? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's the
But
thing.
people get hungry. It's like.
Well, of course.
But it just felt bad for her, so I had to drop everything to make sure she had food.
And look at that. And for you call that what? Love,
innit?
There you go, right? Love's just a beautiful thing, man. Like, love is a beautiful thing, and it's just beautiful to see it. Right. You now have 3 daughters. You're celebrating 20 years together. Us too. We're doing as well, right? It's not about me getting involved. Sorry, guys, this is about Dom and Lou, not me. Do you think family, friends play a part in your longevity, or do you think it's a bit more complex?
Say that again. So family, friends play a part.
Yeah.
So
you've got 3 daughters. You're celebrating 20 years together, right? Do you think your family and friends play a part in your longevity, or is it a bit more complex?
To me, there's a straight answer. Yes,
they play a part.
Yeah, but it's not simple.
No,
like it's complex because they can have a good part to play or a bad part to play. So I think friends and family, if they support your relationship, good.
Absolutely agree with you on that.
But I also think that if they don't fully support it, it's also good.
Yeah.
Because it makes you look at what you're doing and what you're not doing.
Yeah.
So if you just got a family that, say my mum generally, she's going to always support me, right? Same with her mum. But at certain points, if they say, maybe not in front of the other person, say, no, you're messing up, shut up, right? That is a positive influence.
Yeah.
So I think that is where it's straightforward. When you're in a relationship and you think you're right for whatever reason, depends on how much information you share with the people that think they know. Like, that situation where you were crying. Yeah. I was trying to get people involved to get my point of view. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, it's my point of view.
Yeah.
It ain't necessarily the reality. So you have to kind of be able to be big enough to look back and say,
From both.
You know, there's a bit of manipulation at the same time.
Yeah.
Family and friends.
Yeah.
She has her family. We're all family now.
Yeah,
but
of course.
She has her family, I have my family, and loyalty is usually with your own. So same thing with friends.
Absolutely.
You know, we've got friends and friends of friends.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
So like they can become family, but at the end of the day, loyalty is usually with the friend.
Well, you know what? You're so right. It's true. I totally agree with you. And I think even like you're saying with friends, if we go back to when you guys were together, starting off, we're all friends. But it's like you're saying, do friends play? You could talk to me, but then it gets to a point where it's like, actually, you can't chat to me about your stuff because then where does my friend go to? Do you get what I mean?
And it took a while to figure that out. I still don't necessarily like it, but it is fair.
Absolutely. But when that was addressed, it was like, actually, that totally makes sense. But friends do, it's complex, but I agree with you. You do, you know, everything you're saying.
And it depends on also your friends and family if they want the best.
I was just going to say that, Dom. I was just going to say, not everybody though's got your best interest at heart, right?
Exactly.
So you get some people who do the most because jealousy or don't want to see. So well, you're totally right. So I think it's also who do you talk to? You don't confide in any and anybody about your personal, deepest stuff that you want to, you know, talk about. Yeah,
or even, you know, just the same thing. Your parents look out for you, say, no, you could do better, or you shouldn't accept that. When, you know, sometimes you have to go through rubbish or bad stuff to come out the other side stronger.
Yeah.
You know, if everything was cool sailing, people lose interest. You know, like life, we're human beings, so we always have to kind of be engaged in something.
Yeah.
You know, so if everything just comes to you easily,
it's true.
You don't really cherish it when you have it.
No, you don't.
You know?
Oh, excuse me, bubbles. Bubbles. But no, you're right, Dom. You know, and it is, again, it's really interesting actually, because it's like, yes, of course, sit down and chat to Lou, and me and you chat that, you know what I mean, over the years. But like, it's different to unpack things and to really hear a different perspective and kind of understand your thoughts, because we're deep diving into your thoughts and stuff. So, right, how do you stay in love?
How do you stay in love?
How was Dominic? Yeah, how do you stay in love?
See, these questions are hard because I'm still in love, right? So it's like, I don't know.
Well, let's just do that for a second. I love that.
That's too camp for me, right? I can't.
No, you don't need to do that. I can do it. That's a great response, answer.
Yeah, so I don't really...
Your truth is your truth.
You know what I mean? So, but I imagine that, like, for instance, you love somebody, right? But the difficulty is I don't think you can always like them.
Oh, perfect. Right? I would say that, Dom. You can love somebody, but you don't like them all the time, for sure.
Because people have different personalities. Yeah. You know, so don't like how someone reacted, don't like how somebody did something, don't like how somebody appreciated this, don't think somebody, you know, there's so many different things as two human beings. And like in my situation, obviously, we are together since 2021, not 2021 a year, but 20 or 21,
when your
right?
ages,
where we're not fully...
And you're 41 now, right?
Right? So we're not actually the same people.
Yeah.
And the journey along the way, you wouldn't know that's who you'd be 20 years later. Right? So again, I'm not where I want to be in my life. Yeah. Right? I'm sure she's not where she wants to be in life. We have different ways of approaching things, not to say that my way is the best way or her way is the best way, different. And you have to kind of look at the other person and say, is that person doing the best that we could do?
Yep.
And it's also kind of like patience you have to have for both sides.
Yeah.
Because you can have some harsh, or I should put it, some conversations that are hard to accept.
Yep.
Which you have to kind of be willing to accept, because again, it's observations from the people you love, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that it's tough to hear from the people that you love when they're telling you something, right? An observation, as you're putting it.
Yeah, so all of these things, just like, for instance, I use examples for everything. Football.
Yep.
right? So you might love your team,
Yep.
but you ain't gonna like them all the time, and you'll cuss them out, say they're rubbish, this, that, you know. Same thing in a relationship. They'll have those points. But why do you love the person or the team in the first place? So I think that's the underlying thing. If you always have love for them, I think it's more difficult to not want to put in the work or anything like that.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you're not getting what you need to feel loved,
what I was.
That's when I think,
it's like you're answering what I'm thinking.
So I think that's when people start saying it's not worth it.
Because that's the other part, right? Of course, it's what are you getting?
Exactly. But then you might walk away, and then 5 years, just like all these lovely love movies, 5 years down the line, you come back together.
Yeah, it's true. And then you also do have, you're right.
Because you're different people at that time.
Because you can also have people who are getting it and they still, it's not enough for them and they still bounce or whatever, they come back or don't come back. Or some people, hindsight is a great thing. It's like, shit, you don't know what you got until it's gone type of vibes. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I love that you are still in love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think you can...
You still fancy the pants of her, don't you? Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
It could be inappropriate, but yeah.
No, it's not. It's so not inappropriate.
Pants on, pants off, you can fancy.
There you go, Dom. We're grown out here. You know what I mean? That's y'all are married. You know, you're not dating, you're not boyfriend and girlfriend. It's husband and wife. It's like you said, it's different. There you go. It's husband and wife vibes. Do you know what I mean? So it is it's a beautiful thing. You recently lost about 40 kg.
Not me. 40 kg.
Between between you. What spurred that?
Like again, I am quite laid back. I like to relax.
Yep.
She just like an inspiration in the way that she does things, and I just like, you know what? Let me keep up.
Yeah.
There's nothing to say keep up with it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's true. Because it goes back to what you're saying, sorry to interrupt, with the growing together as well, right? Lifestyle also is a beautiful thing too, because it's a great lifestyle, healthy choices. But sorry, carry on.
I mean, to me, like I live in like a fantasy land kind of thing. So it's like, I like motorbikes, I like different things. I say, oh, you could come and do it with me. She might not be interested.
No, of course.
But it was something I was like, you know what, let me get fit.
So you saw her getting fit.
Yeah,
you saw her get fit, change, look, you know, take care of herself.
Yeah, she's devoted to the gym. I was devoted to making the food. So I was like, this is fun. We can have this steak and grass together. We can eat that. So I enjoyed that, but I didn't necessarily enjoy having to go to the gym. So then we were doing that. You were involved like COVID times, and we were doing all this. So there's different influences, but she did it. And I didn't notice it at the time, but after the fact, you said, wow, there's a big difference, right? And it's almost like a new relationship. So
Absolutely.
I'm like,
you got
I got a new wife, you know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, well, I'm a bit on the tubby cellulite like side. So I'm like, oh, you know, let me try. But I want it to be easy. It's not easy. It's hard.
Dominic I wanted it to be easy. It's not going to be easy.
Yeah, I just want to be like one of those people on, you know, just
you got to put
abs
the
and
work
everything.
in. Yeah. Right. You realise
and she's done that.
Yep.
See the results. Great. I'm not quite there.
Dominic.
But again, she's doing it. So her doing the different things. So she picked up the running.
Yep.
So I said, like, oh, I can't run. I picked that up in December. Now I enjoy it. I'm still not as fast as her. But I think, again, it's just something else
but I think
that we've grown together
yourself,
with because it's a whole new conversation now. So
Love that.
She's watching stuff I'm not interested in, I might just keep her company.
Yeah.
And now I might take a little interest and she'll give advice and we listen and we talk about it.
I like what you said. It's a whole new conversation.
Yeah.
I really like that because it is, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you have friends that, for instance, they will scratch a certain itch.
Yeah.
You know, so you'll have friends that you'll talk about certain things about.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's it.
Absolutely. No, I totally agree.
So your life partner, you try to have as many itches as possible scratched.
That is the key.
We don't talk much about politics other than we'll say, oh, this person is stupid, that person is that.
Why is that with politics?
Because there's only so much you can say because we kind of think along the same lines anyway. It's not like
so your views are pretty much aligned. Yeah.
So not really much to have difference of opinions maybe on football, different things. But again, you have to try and especially knowing your partner's personalities.
Yep.
You kind of have to engage in a way like, this is just going to end up in an argument. Let's just agree to disagree.
Read the room, essentially, right? You know in your partner, you're right, yeah.
Because everybody has a difference of opinion in certain things. And that's what it is.
Yeah.
An opinion.
Everybody, what did I say? Everyone's
But it's good to have the conversations, though.
That's the thing. It's the conversations. And that's why I said I loved what you said about it's opened up a new conversation. You know what I mean? So it's like you've got other interests. I think you're smashing it, by the way. Just to see your progress as well. It's literally just, you're a runner now, Dom.
Yeah.
Man is a runner, innit?
But me have to go gym now, so.
Yes, the bulk, it's right up. You know? Bulk it right up.
And that in itself is long. Because now I have to eat differently as well.
How do couples make it to 20 years in today's world with DMs, infidelity, so easily accessible, Dom, from a man's point of view, a married man's point of view? You know, can you just your honesty, you know, on it?
I think the key thing is I think patience and love, right? Patience is probably really close to love. Love is obviously the first thing. And then every relationship's a little different. But it's all accessible. So it still really just comes down to a choice and making sure you're not doing what you wouldn't want done to you, to the person that you love. So I think those are the key things. But I think most of the time it would be in the sense that if people are bored, not engaged, don't feel cherished, don't feel loved, they're missing something.
Yeah, I agree.
Whether it's actually missing or not,
well, sex, I was also going to say that part. What if you are? Do you know what I mean? You got those people who have got everything, you're cherished, but you still want to step out on them. You know, people do. I'm not saying you're going to know the answers. Do you know what I mean? It's like people still do that.
Again, I think like as a man anyway, there's vice.
Yeah, because
I have
some
my
men,
vices.
it's just that you men say it's sex. It's just sex.
But it's the same, right? No matter who it's with, it's the same essentially. It's unless you have some emotion behind. That's how I operate anyway.
Totally.
So you have some emotion behind it. But you go and do it, or say you cheat or whatever. Were you actually achieved? It's because it's the same thing. It's the same release. It's like
so true.
It's like a challenge or something like that.
So
you know what I mean? So whether it's the man stepping out or the woman stepping out, whether they're doing it because they're not getting something at home, that might be another question. But if you're doing it just to see if you can do it, I think that's where a lot of people say, like, you know, the wife's not paying attention or the husband's not paying attention.
Yeah.
So they go and step out. They don't want to leave the relationship.
But they're not
because
getting
again,
something.
other stuff. But they might be missing things.
Yeah.
And
something's missing.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, do you want that done to you?
And that's the thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I've cheated. I've been cheated on. And it's learning from your mistakes. You know, I was very young. Absolutely. Do you know what I mean? So you do dumb stuff. But I think as you get older, but some people just still do. I think some people it's a thrill.
To me, it's too much effort, man.
It's like, yes, you're missing stuff, but also it's a thrill. It's a full-on thrill that they absolutely get. Or, okay, there's this thing of women are emotional. Some women don't tend to, but I don't know about that.
I think it's worse when women cheat.
This is what I was just going to say, because, why?
I just think women have all the power. So if a woman's done it, something's really wrong.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Men are just stupid sometimes.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. It's so true. If a woman steps out,
can't just go to a bar and just pick up somebody.
No.
I mean, some can.
Yeah.
But the majority of men can't do that. But a woman, husband pissed off, she go out, she can do. Because there's always some man that don't care. He doesn't care.
It's true.
You know what I mean? Men have very... men.
Dom said, I'm not going to, you know what I mean?
I'm not going to slag off the men,
fair enough. Because just a couple more questions before we close. Would you say you have a happy marriage? Silly question. Not silly question, but I think through what you...
It's not perfect, but it's happy.
Yeah, and I think it's definitely, we can hear that in how you described your relationship, described your wife, you know. So, yeah, I mean, I can definitely... But like you said, you know,
I don't think anybody has a perfect anything.
Right? But you just work, right. It's perfect in your world, Dominic. Remember? What's the best? What's the best and the worst part of being married to Lou?
Wow.
That's your final question, Thompson Lowe.
What time is it? So much time flew by, yeah?
Mm-hmm. That's right, yes.
Best and worst.
Yes, best and worst thing about your wife.
About my wife.
Mm-hmm.
So should I say the worst first or the best? I can't really think of a worst right now. All right, so the worst thing.
Yeah.
Let me start with the worst thing. The worst thing is she doesn't just do what I want her to do.
Stubborn.
But that's not realistic, right? But that's the worst because
that makes sense though. But I get it. That makes total sense.
Yeah. But that's the only thing I can think of worse, because other than that, it's just normal human being
that's
stuff.
fine. And I think sometimes when we say the worst we're expecting, no, it doesn't, because that's exactly it. You're in a marriage and you want, oh damn, I wish I could just do what I want to do.
She's not going to be compliant. She's not going to be submissive.
There you go, right?
But at the same time, it wouldn't work in the long run if it wasn't
there
like
you
that,
go.
Right?
Yep.
And I think the best is just everything that I have in life.
Love that.
So in the sense that I've got 3 beautiful kids.
Yep.
Got a beautiful wife.
Yep.
New wife as well.
Yeah.
Just all of that aspect, the families that we have together. The memories of what I do remember. You know, my memories kind of. But just thinking about, even though it's past in a flash, 20 years.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Like, you know, we're going to be 10 years next year.
Would you pick her in another lifetime?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%. It'll be her over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. So you're just going to get old together?
Yeah, and see what that's like.
Absolutely.
Again, let's hope we maybe she'll support Arsenal. You know,
in your dreams.
It's so hard to, like, 20 years ago, I would have never predicted everything like this. But obviously when I was with her, I thought long term anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't a hookup for me in the sense that I didn't, well, you know. And I think that is when you get over yourself and you go into the next stage of life.
Ooh, I love
that's kind of what you're thinking.
When you get over yourself and think about them. Dominic, yes, man.
Because I mean, who knows what they're going to be doing at 70, 80? Like, personally, I don't want nobody wiping my bum.
I love that. I was going to ask you to say, I guess that, you know, we like to finish off with saying what was a breakthrough. And I guess you've just actually answered it. It's about, I think your breakthrough was getting over yourself.
Yeah, that's why I proposed. And you gotta get out of your own, out of your own way.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And again, like, even the line of work I'm doing now, even though I need to, you know, make certain changes, it's all because of Lou. Like all the different things. Yeah, different things I've done.
Yeah.
You know, fitness-wise, it sounds sad, but again, I think just the way I am, I am ambitious, but I do like an easy life.
I don't think it's like sad though, but I don't think it's sad. This is why it works, right? And that's the thing. You are who you are, right? You're, look, I think you're a great person. Fun, complete. It works because you're different. Lou's driven. Do you know what I mean? Once she gets that, she's just goes out there and she does what she does. And I love that about her. Do you know what I mean? So it's like it works because she pushes you. There you go, and you receive it. And you know,
and she's patient.
Totally, and I think that's the key. Oh my gosh, I would definitely say absolutely. But you said it, Dom. Patience has been key is key in relationships.
Yeah.
So it works because, but I don't think it's a bad thing that you know who you are. No, I don't anyway. So you know. But Dom, I appreciate you coming on.
It's very nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Any advice to people starting out in 2026 in relationships, dating? Because they're saying it's quite wide up there. It's a bit peak out in the streets.
Boy. So like I said, I love watching all these kind of different shows. I watch Love is Blind, right?
Right.
I think that's a good thing to get to know yourself. So probably speak to yourself.
Yep.
And see what you want.
Cool.
So if you want a relationship because the person looks good, or you want a relationship because the person looks good and you say you want a long-term partner. Because I think most people get into relationships for the moment.
Yeah.
But if you're ready to get into a relationship for the future, you look at different things.
Yeah.
So you look at different,
superficiality.
different characteristics and stuff like that. You know, so we're all of the age now where, you know, certain things, like I'm sure Lou wouldn't go, if I was the same 21-year-old person who she is now, she wouldn't look at me twice.
Completely
even if she
not.
thought my hair was nice.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
I couldn't say I wouldn't look at her twice at my age. You know, but at the same time, the way she is, it probably wouldn't have been something I was interested at 21 because I was immature.
No, of course, exactly.
So, you know, she's a big woman now.
Yeah.
Knows what she wants.
Yeah. You're a big man now.
Yeah.
You know what you want. So
it's different, but like you have to kind of really try and get in tune with yourself.
Yeah.
And figure out what you want.
Yeah. And then also I think us women, you know, mature quicker than men.
They say that.
Well, you know, we're going to
I think women know what they want and what they don't want more than men. Men are willing to accept because something's coming to fit.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah. Well, Dom, I appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much for the chat. You've been watching Breakthrough, and I will be back with my girl next time. Thank you so much. Thanks, Dom.
Nice. Thank y'all.